Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Game Vault. I'm Captain Beefy, and we're going to talk about a couple different things about Sony today. Some good, bad, and ugly. So let's cue up the music and we'll just get right to it. What the heck? All right, so first off, what else? DEI. We got to talk about DEI. DEI is the flavor of the day, the flavor of the month, the flavor of the year, unfortunately, and it tastes like dog shit. So Sony attempts to spin Sweet Baby Inc. influenced Marvel's Spider-Man 2 as a great success, despite sales not even reaching half of the original game. That's a shame. I was looking forward to this game. And we got Venom, we got all kinds of cool stuff, and Spidey and Miles Morales hanging out together and all that. And yeah, of course, they lean the story heavily toward Miles, from what I heard. Kind of put Pete on the back burner a little bit, as well as other things. And it just, I was like, you know what? I'm not getting it. Down the road, will I get it? Maybe. It'll probably end up free at some point on PlayStation Plus, so we'll see. Maybe I'll check it out then. Maybe not. I don't know. Honestly, I'm getting so tired of these developers doing crap like this that I'm almost ready to just completely abandon them altogether. But in Sony's latest financial report for its Games and Network Services segment, a slide featuring Marvel's Spider-Man 2 claims great success for a major PlayStation Studios game series and category. It also revealed that it sold over 11 million units. Now, 11 million units is a lot. Seems like a great success. Sony's sales data was leaked to Reset Era at the end of 2023, revealed that the 2018 game Marvel's Spider-Man sold 22.685 million units, and net sales totaled 827 million. Even the 2020 Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales game sold 11 million copies and had net sales totaling 427 million. So, kind of matched the Miles Morales, which was a much smaller game in 2020. Well, yeah, there's the sales chart here. We'll show you all this stuff. I'll link to all three of the articles we're going to talk about today down below in the description. To provide some color, not even Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium saw its revenues decline over 50% compared to previous Ant-Man films. The films, we're comparing apples and oranges here, but they're very similar things. The film grossed 463.6 million worldwide. The original film grossed 518 million, and the sequel did 623 million. That's only a 10% decrease from the first film and a 25% decrease from the sequel. Even adjusting for inflation, the first film grossed 663.4 million, and the sequel, Ant-Man and Wasp, grossed 737 million. That's a decrease of 30% from the first film and 37% from the sequel. It shows it breaking down here. But let's go ahead and here's Spider-Man. These are the units sold, sell through, net sales. Cut you all through here, all the different things that have been sold here. So again, 11 million units is clearly a significant number of sales. However, given the fact that the first game sold 22 million units and Spider-Man Miles Morales sold 11 units itself, 11 million, one would have expected the sequel to potentially have sold even more units than the first game, or at least only have a marginal drop. Instead, units sold dropped over 50%. That is most definitely not a great success and is more like a big disappointment. Herman Holst, the PlayStation Studios head, said that the company was laying off a significant number of employees at Marvel's Spider-Man 2 developer Insomniac Games. He detailed in a blog post there will be reductions at Insomniac Games, Naughty Dog, as well as our technology, creative, and support teams. Holst also explained the layoffs, delivering the immersive, narrative-driven stories that PlayStation Studios is known for at the quality bar that we aspire to requires a reevaluation of how we operate. Delivering and sustaining social online experiences, allowing PlayStation gamers to explore our worlds in different ways, as well as launching games on additional devices such as PC and mobile, requires a different approach and different resources. He later added, "We looked at our studios and our portfolio, evaluating projects in various stages of development, and have decided that some of these projects will not move forward. I want to be clear that the decisions to stop work on these projects is not a reflection on the talent or passion of the team members. Our philosophy has always been to allow creative experimentation. Sometimes great ideas don't become great games," he said. Sometimes a project started with the best intention before it shifts within the market or industry results in a change of plan. What do you make of Sony touting Marvel Spider-Man 2 as a great success? I mean, yeah, it made money. 11 million copies is quite a bit, but, don't know what the exact budget was on it. Not sure what the exact budget was on it. But in any case, half of the original, that's not good, That's not good at all. And I understand when this game was coming out, people saw pictures of, like, Mary Jane, for instance, and they saw how she got uglified, and it started rearing the ugly DEI head once again. And I understand there's a mission in the game that's kind of twisted, and that Sweet Baby Ink influences in that. I don't know the exact mission and all that. Like I said, I heard enough ahead of time to make me turned off from the game and say no. And unfortunately, that's all it takes, right? How many people hear and see things like this and go, you know what? I'm going to kind of wait here. I'm not going to jump on board and buy this game. I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm going to see what happens. Then it comes out, and your concerns are realized, and you're like, oh boy, yeah, people are talking about this, they're talking about that, it's a disappointment, it's this and that, maybe, and if you're smart, you'll look at a wide range of opinions on a game before you decide whether to abandon it completely or make that purchase. You're going to look at some different opinions just to see what they are out there and kind of make your own informed choice then, right? That's all about it. But let's move on to the next story. And this one's a nice story. Report: Stellar Blade tops U.S. sales charts for April. Wow. So according to Executive Director and Video Game Industry Advisor at Circana, Matt Piscatella, Stellar Blade beat out Helldivers 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Sea of Thieves, and Fallout 4 as the top-selling game in the United States for the month of April, despite releasing at the end of the month on April 26th. It gave 4 days. So, wow. That's huge, right? That is absolutely huge. So as you can see right now, the reporting period is from 4/7 to 5/4, so yeah, you give an extra 4 days there. Top 20 best-selling games, physical and full game digital, from Nintendo eShop, PlayStation, Steam, and Xbox platforms, blah, 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 blah. Stellar Blade, Helldivers, Modern Warfare, Sea of Thieves, Fallout 5. That's the top 5. That's amazing. That's amazing. Hogwarts Legacy is still up there. What is going on? Wow, that's huge. Grounded, I got that myself over this period, so yeah, believe it. That game just hit the PlayStation, and I'm glad it did. I've been looking forward to playing that one. I'm glad it came over. Wow, there's some other good ones. Elden Ring is still rocking with the new expansion coming out. I'm not surprised. I wonder if... I don't think that would include pre-orders for like Elden Ring and the upcoming expansion, or maybe you get the regular game now and the expansion later. I don't know. And yeah, look at Marvel Spider-Man 2's down in there. But not only did the game claim the top spot in the month of April, but it is already the 16th most sold game for the entire year. 16th for the year. Helldivers 2 is the top selling game, followed by Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Dragon's Dogma 2, MLB The Show 24, and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. So it is up there. Yeah. Premiered at number 16. Right under Skull and Bones. Right above Minecraft. Minecraft, man, what a game. That thing is just still cranking out sales by the... Wow, Suicide Squad, that's going to drop off significantly real soon. As a point of reference, Dragon's Dogma developer Capcom revealed the game has sold 3 million copies globally since it went on sale March 22nd. The company posted to the Dragon's Dogma account on X on May 28th, "Thank you for the 3 million Arisen who have embarked on adventures in Dragon's Dogma 2. We are grateful for your continued support." That's cool. Heard a lot of good things about that game. It's one of those games I'm kind of like on the back burner. I've got I've already got a big enough backlog that I'll have to live to be 150 to complete it all. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But Stellar Blade will likely quickly move up the charts for the most sold game for the year once May's numbers come out, as the company is already gearing up for a sequel. We talked about that the other day. It looks like they're looking at a sequel, and there's other stuff coming up that they're adding to the game, like a photo mode and so forth and so on. So it looks like this IP is here to stay, and we're going to be seeing even more of Eve than we already have, in more ways than one. The game's director, Kim Hyung-tae, also told Famitsu, "We are considering various plans for the possibility of producing a sequel. For example, it could be something that complements the story and worldwide view, or something different, yada, yada, yada." We've talked about all that before. So congratulations to Shift Up and Sony for such a great release here, and having such a successful, such a successful release for this game. I hope it does well, and I hope it continues to sell and grow. It's a very enjoyable game, and yeah, it's got the boobs and all that, and the whole controversy around it. The Freestellar Blade movement worked, so thank you Grums and Mark, aka Mark Kern, for that. Just what a great thing to see. It's nice to have a good success story once in a while. There's no weirdness in the game. You don't have to worry about any weird ideologies being pushed on you or anything like that. There's no trans stuff in there. There's no gay stuff in there. There's nothing. It's just a cool story and great characters. So that's fantastic. Last but not least, though, PlayStation Studios' new 5v5 multiplayer shooter Concord gets raked over the coals for pushing pronoun nonsense and DEI character designs. Firewalk Studios, a subsidiary of PlayStation Studios, provided a number of details about their upcoming 5v5 multiplayer shooter Concord during a PlayStation State of Play presentation. It did not go well, as gamers are raking the game over the coals for pushing pronoun nonsense, DEI character designs, and being a ripoff of Overwatch. That's three terrible things, actually, right now. After showing some of the gameplay, Firewalk Studios' Kim Kreens, who is the director of IP, revealed a number of characters that include One-Off, Vale, Lennox, and more. Each of the characters that she shows off features the character's name, its roles, and their preferred pronouns. Wow. So here's One-Off. He's an anchor. He, him. One of the characters, named Lark, has undecided in the location where other characters' preferred pronouns are. Here's Lark, I guess, right? Lark. Tactician. Undecided. You want to be my tactician? You don't know if you're male or female? I don't think so. It's highly likely the game will explore transgender ideology as well, given Kreens explains every character brings their own unique personality, skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew. She also details every week when you log into Concord, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships and unpack the broader Concord galaxy. Brazilian gamer Cabrutas Rambo, who created the Sweet Baby Ink Detective Steam curator list and DEIdetected.com, we've talked about him in both of those before, reacted to the listed pronouns, writing on X, "So the effing robot has pronouns in the next Sony game." Okay. I don't know what that wait, but effing robot, or there's something there, but anyway. X-user Manga Lawyer rose to the character design of Imari. He wrote on X, "Oh my god, finally, literally a playable tank." And there is Imari, an anchor, she, her. Is that Lizzo? I think I might be Lizzo in there. YouTuber Endymion reacted, writing, "PlayStation's new Hero 5v5 PvP shooter Concord is full of diverse character designs, and they even have their pronouns listed below their name. See top right. Who is this game for exactly?" I'll tell you who it's not for. It's not for me. First off, I don't like these kind of games to begin with. They're just annoying time sinks that really, it just feels like you're just floundering around, treading water the whole time you play it. At least that's my viewpoint of it. But when you throw garbage in like this, here's our strong, fat black woman in armor, with her beautiful little, just in case you weren't sure, that's a woman. Yeah, she might be big and buff, but still a woman. But yeah, we got pronouns and all that. Absolutely ridiculous. The top comments on the State of Play video on YouTube make it clear gamers are not interested in another Overwatch or Valorant clone from PlayStation Studios. One wrote, PlayStation should honestly just stop working on live service games. Whoever wrote that, you're a freaking genius. Sprunks, yeah, this needs to stop, okay? PlayStation's been putting a lot of eggs in that basket lately, and I think it's to the detriment of the studio overall. And I think we're missing out on the possibility of a lot of good single player or just other type of games because of live service games and that push to get the next live service, the next Fortnite, whatever. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous, and it's just greed. It's just pure greed. It makes me sick. Another person wrote, Concord looks exactly like the kind of game I will never play. Thank you. Still another posted, Sony, understand. We want games focused on single-player narrative and not multiplayer service games. Another bemoaned, Concord equals Valorant equals Overwatch. Nothing new here. And another wrote, Concord, a game nobody asked for. Nobody will play 6 months post-launch. Probably right. It's going to go, and we'll leave, like I said, we'll leave a link down here. But it's going to go the way of all these other live service games. I don't know why they keep doing this kind of stuff. It's just absolute garbage. There's plenty of these games out there. There's way too many of them, to be frank. That's why so many of them are failing. Unless you're coming up with something that's going to be so new and innovative and incredible that it's gonna go up there and challenge something like these top games like Fortnite, for instance. It's going to go up there and challenge that game for the top spot. You're wasting your time because you're going to be competing with a bunch of middle-of-the-road games that are all out there just struggling to make $1 and to squeeze time out of players who just don't have as much time as they used to, because we all have to work 2 jobs now to pay for the groceries. We just can't afford any more in the gas because this country is going down into the damn toilet, and this is part of the reason why. I'd like to actually, maybe let's go see if we can't find their State of Play trailer. So we'll be right back. Alright, well, we got the trailer here. Came out just a few hours ago. This is the official PlayStation one. As you can see down below, 1.8 likes. Over 6,000 dislikes. Almost 6,500 dislikes. But yeah, let's just take a look at this. We're not playing any music or any of the sound right now because it's probably garbage anyway, or copyright struck, whatever. Linux. I mean, it's just, these games don't bring anything new to the table. You're jumping, you're shooting, you got rocket boots, and everything's colorful, and yeah, fancy little reload animations. What's that robot shooting? A steady stream of diarrhea? There's Haymar. Okay. But yeah, this is the future of gaming, I guess. This is where it's going. And if that's the case, I feel terrible for future gamers because this all looks like garbage. Star Child? I mean, come on, man. Primary blue and red colors, yeah. Yeah, that gun just keeps shooting that garbage out of it. Okay. Well, anyway, this is the future of gaming. This is what Sony's been focusing on lately, and it's going to fail. I guarantee you this game is going to fail. Guaranteed. Now, hopefully the right executives are going to start looking at things like shifts of success with Stellar Blade, and how well received stuff like God of War was, and and I know it was highly divisive, but even Horizon series, I enjoy it to some degree, although the last one got a little too wokey for me at time to time. It was a little frustrating and annoying, but I mean, the concept is great. It's beautiful. The story's not bad. It's a cool world and all that. Hopefully we'll start seeing more focus on these single-player games. We'll get back to stuff like some great old Nathan Drake games with Uncharted and things that have that kind of vibe to it. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications. Remember, each and every one of us needs to stand up against all this garbage that's being thrown at us by these companies of DEI and live service games and all that. We're going to kind of go over some of the worst things about gaming here in another video in the next couple days. So let me know down in the comments below what you think some of the worst things about modern gaming are, okay? And they'll probably be some of the things that I agree with and talk about in my video. So leave a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. I will see you guys next time. Until then, peace.